experience for all of us. So let's go.
Victory or death!
All right, so we started with epic cards. So warrior, real quick. Like I said, I will admit I have never played warrior before. I've only played against a couple warriors, so this is going to be interesting for us to figure out. I know they're very armor based. They're also very pseudo combo based in the sense that a lot of stuff triggers off of damaged minions. So we'll see how it goes. It can only be fun. Alright, so Big Game Hunter is an excellent card for clearing big minions. Murloc, a warrior Murloc deck. I don't want to do that just because we haven't played warrior deck, and I want to give the warrior deck a chance to actually be a warrior. So we'll do a Murloc deck at some point, but I'd rather not do this. I think here you go Shield Slam. You can build up a lot of armor and do a lot of damage at the end. So I'd say Shield Slam or Big Game Hunter. Big Game Hunter is really good. If we were going to do a Murloc deck, though, this would be the perfect start, honestly. But alright, so we're going to go Shield Slam. I have three minions here. A 4-3 with charge is pretty sweet. Shattered Sun Cleric is solid. Stealth isn't bad. But I think we go with the Elite here. Hey, there's our shield block. So we were saying we need shield block, right? There's our shield block. Alright, so we have some good minions here. Youthful Brewmaster. If we're gonna... I know there's a lot of charged minions in the warrior card set. So Youthful Brewmaster is great because you can cast a charge minion, bounce it back to your hand, and then cast a charge minion again. So the Youthful Brewmaster is really good. Y'all guys really like the Frostwolf Warlord, huh? I don't know. Remember if there's warrior cards that let you make minions have charge. I just can't remember or not. I really like the Brewmaster guys. Y'all really want the Warlord though. Yeah, Magma is good if we can give it charge. Alright, we'll go with Frostwolf. Your other minions have charge. So, of course, we could have had the Magma Rager there, which would have given us charge. So, Warsong Commander is pretty good, although I think Elite is still better. Giving your other minions charge isn't necessarily that good of an idea, unless you can combo it into some big minions, which is possible. I'm good with either one of these cards, honestly. I like the Commander because it's guaranteed for. Keep in mind, the Corcoran Elite, sorry. The Commander doesn't himself have charge. So if we can't combo him with somebody else, then he doesn't do any good. So I think the Elite is the way to go. Alright, so... Upgrade is pretty decent, although I've heard that, oh, it's not a war cry. Oh, you're right about that. That's true. That is true. You want me to shout upgrade? I can't do that. Oh, you want commanding shout. Commanding shout is awesome. I think upgrade is good because it gives you a weapon. I've heard most of the other casters and people I've talked to have just said that upgrade isn't that great. I think commanding shout is awesome because with charge and everything, we can really do some wave clear. We can really do some board clear. Whirlwind is your standard little board clear here. I think it's exact same as Arcane Explosion, but Arcane Explosion costs 2 for mages, whereas Whirlwind only costs 1. Nightblade is a solid 5-drop card. I think Whirlwind is probably the way to go here, though. I kind of want to take more of the warrior stuff just so we can see how it works without losing too much of our synergy. Okay. We're not don't have taunt yet, but I hate the Silverback Patriarch. Amani Berserker is good, but I think we gotta take the Warsong Commander this time. Yeah, I think the Warsong Commander. If I had realized that wasn't a battle cry, I would have probably taken him last time, honestly. Alright, so we don't have any high minions at this point. War Golem is just a 7/7 for 7, not bad. Fiery War Axe will give us a weapon. Leper Gnome is one of the best 1-drops in the game. You're guaranteed pretty much 4 damage. You get 1 attack from him plus the Death Rattle. Leper Gnome is great. I know y'all definitely will want the War Axe because it's cooler and it's warrior themed. But the Leper Gnome is solid. We're gonna go the War Axe, but I just want to encourage you guys. Definitely think about the Leper Gnome at some point. When you're making a deck, the Leper Gnome is pretty awesome. Argent Commander is a solid card. It fits well in our deck with charge. Demolisher is not bad, but Argent Commander is so much better. Argent Commander is probably, of the common cards, I'd say Sinjin's my favorite. Argent Commander is probably second. And then Sunwalker might be third. Alright, so we don't have any taunt yet. I don't know that we want to make a deck without taunt, but we could take a third Corcoran Elite, which wouldn't be bad, or we could take a second Whirlwind. I do feel like we need some taunt at some point, but we're only 10 cards in, so odds are we'll get some taunt down the road. And this is really starting to feel like a pretty aggro deck, so I think we need to stick with that theme and not worry so much about taunt. Alright, so Cruel Taskmaster will let you buff a minion. We also have a really good cheap taunt here. I like Shield Bearer. It's really good early game. Basically a 1-drop. It just stalls the first 2 turns or so. So I think here we go Shield. I think we go Shield Bearer. You can have more of 2 of the same card in Arena. You can't have more than 2 of the same card in Constructed. Alright, so here's the War Golem again. We don't have much in the way of big minions, again. So we need to get some big minions at some point. Slam is nice. We don't have any draw power. We can slam our own minion. Fiery War Axe would be solid. We already have 1. It wouldn't hurt to have a second. But I think we need some draw power, so Slam is the way to go. We already have 1 Shield Bearer. I don't really want 2. Priestess of Elune is solid. It gives you a heal. Heal is nice on a warrior, I would think, because you're probably going to be taking damage, but Fen Creeper is 3rd best taunt minion in the game, behind Sinjin and Sunwalker. So I think Fen Creeper is the way to go. I think Shield Bearer actually did have Enrage at one point, and they took it away. I think he might have been 2 mana though. So a couple of choices here. Reckless Rocketeer fits in well with our charge theme. Booty Bay Bodyguard, 3rd or 4th best taunt minion in the game. We have a good bit of charge already. We're 14 cards in. I just think we go ahead and get the Bodyguard, give us another taunt minion out there, and then yeah, I think that's where we go. Alright, so they really want us to take the War Golem. I think it's the 3rd time we've seen a 7/7 for 7. So, yeah. Tauren Warrior is actually pretty decent, but not for rogues. I think Execute's the way to go. We can do the Slam, draw a card, and then execute any minion in the game. So for 3 mana and 2 cards, we kill anything we want, so... wow. Kind of wish I didn't take that other Booty Bay Bodyguard at this point, because these other 2 cards are not that good for us. And, although Spell Power, I take that back. All of our direct damage abilities, damage attacks, which we don't really have too much, will benefit from Spell Power. The Snapjaw is just a pretty vanilla thing. I think we go Bodyguard again. Alright, we really got to get some lower end stuff on our mana curve here. We're not taking the Mogushan Warden at this point. We already have 3 taunt. The Mogushan Warden is a solid taunt minion, but I don't really want it. I'm actually leaning towards the Tidecaller. Yeah, Snapjaw is good for trading for sure. Abusive Sergeant. Actually, with our, you know what? With our charge deck, we can play a charge minion. We can play charge minion, then Abusive Sergeant, and then attack. So that's pretty good. Tidecaller is solid for early board presence, but I think we'll do an Abusive Sergeant here. So we have a lot of 1-drops. We really need to get more in the 3 to 4 range. So Bloodsail Raider, not terrible. I kind of want to take the Ogre Magi, honestly. We need something in the mid-range. We only have 1 weapon right now, so I don't know if the Bloodsail Raider gets too much value, although it's a 2/3 for 2. The Whirlwind, I don't think we need another 1-drop. I'm leaning towards the Ogre Magi, honestly. Kind of a strange pick for a warrior deck, but I think it's the best choice of the 3 right now, given where we're at. What do you guys think? We could take a second Whirlwind. Yeah, I really am tending towards the Magi. We need the mana curve help. Yeah. Alright, so we need some 2 and 3 drops here, so let's keep our eyes out for that. We couldn't hurt to have 1 more big minion out there as well. So we have Upgrade again. Tell you what, Flesh Eating Ghoul, considering how much we might be killing minions off, the Ghoul could be nice. Arcane Golem I don't like because I don't want to get behind in mana. Upgrade is really good, but I think the Ghoul here, we really need a 3-drop, and you know, I could see like the Ghoul with Commanding Shout working really well. So yeah. All right. I think we take a second shield block. I don't know. There's much discussion here. We need some 3-drops. The Cruel Taskmaster is an interesting choice, but I think the shield block just works so much better in our deck at this point, especially with Slam out there. Oh, there we go. That's the card someone was talking about before. I think Charge is the only one to go, honestly. We don't want a second Ogre Magi, honestly. Acidic Swamp Ooze, not so great. I think Charge. Alright, so our mana curve is looking better now. We probably need more here in the 2 to 3, 4 range. Nightblade is solid. Reckless Rocketeer is solid. I think we take another Warsong Commander, though. Gives us another 3-drop. It gives all of our minions charge. We have it down. Yeah, I like the Commander. Now that I realize that it's not a Battle Cry. Y'all think the Reckless Rocketeer, maybe? Yeah, 5 damage is nice. We don't have really much in the way of 6-drops. We only have 1 Warsong Commander. You know, so other minions have charge. I'm back and forth between the Commander and the Reckless Rocketeer, honestly. Nightblade is a solid card. There's no doubt about it. You're right. Most of our minions already... A lot of minions have charge that we have in the deck. Although the Ogre Magi doesn't. The Taunt minions don't. A lot of them don't. I'm gonna go Commander. Mostly because it's a 3-drop more than anything else. Another Commander. Alright. Arcanite Reaper is like an awesome weapon. I don't think there's a choice here. Spiteful Smith is nice, but we don't have a ton of weapons yet. Arcanite Reaper is just too good. So, we're gonna go Arcanite Reaper. Alright, so our mana curve is looking pretty good. We actually don't have much in the way of 2-drops. I I would tend towards Cleave or Murloc Tidehunter. Um, I think Silverhand Knight's also solid, gives us a little bit more beef towards the late to mid game. Murloc Tidehunter is really good though because it's a token generator. You know, if we play it with our Warsong Commander at some point, you end up with 2 charge minions out of it. Yeah, Cleave is pretty solid. I think Cleave is the way to go. Yeah, I thought there actually might be a way that you can see... I thought there was a way you could see the distribution of your deck. Alright, we're going to go Cleave. And we got another Cleave. Alright, I think at this point we really could benefit from a big late game minion. I think Stormwind Champion fits that very well. And he's going to give buffs to all of our other minions in the game. I don't think we need a second Cleave at this point. We have so much early game damage and removal, so I think Stormwind Champion is the way to go. Especially with charge, absolutely. Legendaries! We have legendaries. Alright. So, let's talk about these cards a little bit. Harrison Jones, destroy your opponent's weapon and draw cards equal to its durability. Very situational. He's a decent card, but I don't think we really want him. Ragnaros is very cool. You drop him down. So let's think about this. If we have a Warsong Commander already out there, and we drop Ragnaros, he's going to do 8 damage with a charge. Oh, he can't attack, so he can't do that. So never mind. He will do 8 damage regardless. Is the cat behind me? Yeah, she's on the chair. So, you know, she saw the legendary card. She wanted to check it out. Illidan Stormrage. Illidan is really good with the Warsong Commander as well. We start getting 2/1 Flames of Azeroth that also get charged. That is pretty nasty. You're right, Ragnaros does go through taunts. Alright, what do you guys think? Illidan or Ragnaros? I don't think Harrison Jones is in the running. Whatever the cat suggests. Alright, looks like Illidan seems to have the majority. I think they're both excellent picks. We do have a lot of mid. Alright, I think we're going Illidan. I think we go Illidan here. Alright, excuse me. So we're down to 3 cards left. Look at our mana curve here. We're looking pretty good. So our choices are a Cleave, which we could do. We already have 1 Cleave. I think Priestess of Elune, actually. I don't really know. Yeah, I think Priestess of Elune or Cleave, honestly. I think Priestess of Elune. Yeah, we don't have a ton of 2-drops. But I like another high-end drop, so hopefully we'll get at least one of our 6 or 7 drops in the right time. Yeah. Alright, so 2 more cards left to pick. Master Swordsmith. Oh, we're over 300 viewers, guys. That's great. I appreciate the support. I am tending towards either the Swordsmith or the Alchemist. We need some low cost minions. The Swordsmith will guaranteed to come out with a buff. The Alchemist gives you a lot of choices and crazy things that can happen. So you can really screw with some. Yeah, I think the Alchemist is the way to go. Alright, last card, and we can get playing. So, Mortal Strike. Deal 4 damage. If your hero has 12 or less damage, deal 6 instead. Don't like Mana Addict. Upgrade. Well, we have 2 weapons now. So we could use Upgrade. I think Mortal Strike is great. I mean, it's a 4 for 4 damage, so it's right on the damage curve, and then you get 6 if we're in trouble, so... although, let's see, so let's take a look at the Arcanite Reaper real quick. Let's think about that. What was the Arcanite Reaper? 5? So Arcanite Reaper, if we can use upgrade on the Arcanite Reaper, it will do 18 points of damage. It will be 6 points of damage every turn for 3 turns. It's pretty nice. It's very situational though. I think Mortal is consistent good always. Arcanite Reaper at upgrade is kind of awesome every once in a while. And plus, I'd rather have something mid in the mana curve here. So I think Mortal Strike is the way to go. Yep, I agree. Alright, so we have our warrior deck complete. We will head into the arena in a couple seconds.